when you work for things, it means so much more to you instead of when it's just handed to you. Isn't that right? Y'all feel that way about it? A little bit? Well, we work for this. Bethany and I have put a lot of sweat equity into this facility out here and many others. I'm going to try to name a lot of people later that were also helped with this, very instrumental in that. But working for it makes it so much. We repurposed so many parts of what you see out here today. The poles, which line the volleyball court, the brown metal poles, those are the same poles that you see that line the field, the entrance to Hines Community College. The fence that's down the field there, it's also the poles on the baseball field. We were able to get Mr. Watson. Is Thomas here? Thomas, are you here? He is not here.
He's here in spirit.
He's here in spirit. He donated those poles to us, cut them for us so we could get them to fit there. The steel cable at the top of the batting cage. That was actually the batting cage steel cable we repurposed to the top to hold our net up. The judges stand, which you see across there, you may not can tell what it is, it's a lot of padding. That used to be Shane Sprayberry's bandstand. Those of you who had been here for years, it stood right down there beside the new bandstand. It was very brown and ugly. Well, we got that. We repurposed it. Carl and his welding students right over here in the welding department, they came in, they cut off some steps, they grinded it down, they reattached it for us, made it the perfect height. The pavilion itself, what you're standing under right now, that was actually a batting cage. Hours upon hours, our Hines softball team practiced hitting in that cage where you're standing. And we've been able to turn it into that awesome facility that you're looking at right now. Wade Alexander and his carpentry students, they built all the picnic tables that you're sitting at. They're wonderful grilled, and hopefully you've got some honey hook sausage from. Carl and his welding students built that for us this past spring. All that, our good friend Dr. Chad Stock helped us out. Anything you need, you come tell me and we'll do it for you. It has been excellent. They have done so much for us. Literally, I walk into a classroom and they go, "What do you need? What can we do for you? We're here to help." I'm like, "Chet, is he watching? Is he around here making sure y'all say this?" But they have been amazingly instrumental in helping us do all this. The newly minted Hines Rec intramural field is directly behind you. At one time, that was the Renee T. Warren softball field. If you look, you'll notice the new scoreboard update. It now says Hines Rec softball field. And another thing we're really proud of is it has the names of Maroon and Eagle and not home and away, because everybody at Hines is a home team. So we're all Eagles or we're all Maroon out here together. That was a huge help to Michael and Aaron. I don't know if they're out here. Michael and Aaron actually hung all that sign stuff for us, got out here with the new bucket truck, lifted it up, did amazing work for us. We couldn't have done it without it. Well, that field is now not only softball, but that is our kickball field as well as our home run derby field. So we have repurposed that as well. I would like to thank, if I can, a few people specifically that have done so much that without them we could not get this done. Previously mentioned Thomas Watson, Jesse Jones, Carl Hudson, that's our welding instructor right over here, Wade Alexander down in carpentry, Mike Canoy. Is Mike here?
Yeah.
Where's Mike at? Mike Canoy. I believe he's gotten to the point when I call, he just knows I'm asking for something out here at the field. He's like, "All right, what do you need? What do you need?" Let's see who else. We got Timmy, Michael, and Mark B. Are they here? Timmy, Michael, Mark B, and Anthony, are y'all here? Those guys right there waving, they built this court, okay? They slaved for hours. They would call me up, "Mark, we got questions about this. Mark, we got questions about that." I'd come out here, they'd do it. They would just do whatever I asked them to do. No questions asked. Could not have done it without them. Again, I already mentioned Dr. Chad Stocks, what he's done. Miss Deborah West also helping us out. And several other people, Cameron Brown. Cameron, are you here? Cameron one day came out, stayed for a few hours with me, just worked, just for the fun of it. He didn't have to, he just decided to do it. Other Hines Connection students, too many of y'all to mention, have done so much. My student rec staff, all the students walking around in the Hines Rec staff shirts that you see that are working again today, constantly. Whatever I tell them to do, they're willing to do it. Just hopping in and doing work. Yesterday, we didn't have flag football, so we spent 3 hours out here yesterday afternoon getting this place ready, cleaning it up, putting the flags up, decorating, doing everything. I could not have done any of this, and I must make sure she knows this, without Bethany Thomas. Bethany, where are you? There you are. Bethany, she keeps me grounded. My dreams are really big, and Bethany kind of keeps my dreams grounded in what we can actually accomplish out here. And Dr. Muse, who allowed us to do these things, give us this area whenever softball got a new field, let us take over this facility, and being able to turn them into not only for the school, but especially the student body, the students. That's why we're here, and that's what we do in the student rec department. And speaking about students, I got a couple of students I'm going to introduce to you now that are going to share a little bit of their story about Hines and intramurals. Who's first? Are y'all together? Okay. This is Dalton Hanley and Scotty Lynn Lloyd.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Good. All right, well, like he said, I'm Dalton. This is Scotty. We're both two of the Hines Rec student workers, intramural staff workers. We both have a big tie to volleyball, so they asked us to speak. Scotty played beach volleyball. She played indoor volleyball at Hillcrest, and I played beach volleyball throughout high school, just kind of with fun and for friends. But we were both very involved in beach volleyball and with Hines. And the reason we were so involved with beach volleyball is our first intramural here was beach volleyball. And that's how we met Mark and Bethany and all the student workers. That's how we really got involved with Hines. And now we're involved with Hines Connection and Hines Rec and a lot that Hines offers and does. So we're very involved and we love it very much. So Hines has definitely become a big part of our lives, and it all started with beach volleyball for us, if you want to get down to it. So we hope that y'all enjoy the new field as much as we do, the new court. A lot of hours and a lot of work were put into it, so we hope y'all enjoy it as much as we will. I want to thank y'all for coming out and listening to us and kicking off the new beach volleyball season.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of going to reiterate what Dalton said. I'm thankful for Mark and Bethany and the relationship that we built through intramurals and Connection Rec. And I'm so thankful for this new volleyball court. I'm crazy about beach volleyball, and I've ever since Mark mentioned that he was going to build a beach volleyball court, every day I'm like, is it going to be ready? When is it going to be ready? I want to play. And so now I'm thankful for today and that we actually finally get to play. I'm glad. Thank you all for coming. And
Now we have Dr. Hamilton to come up and say a few words, y'all.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Teresa Hamilton. I have the privilege of being the vice president for this campus. And I am here on behalf of Dr. Muse to say how proud I am of this facility. I had no idea until today that you had repurposed so many things, and that's really impressive for a lot of reasons. One, it saves money. Two, I'm sure the recycling folks love it. And doggone it, that's just creative. And number four is that you got all these people to cooperatively work with you to get this done. So that's great. I think, it almost reminds me of a shabby chic. I mean, you've done a great job. This is really nice. And with the neat bistro lights that you have here, I think we might be able to get some revenue off this, Russell, by selling this as a possible wedding venue. What do you think? Perhaps. Intramurals is such an important part of the community here at the Raymond Campus. And I know that friendships, as Scotty Lynn said, are formed on intramural fields and on intramural teams. When I first came here, I went around to every part of the college and I said, what does a new vice president have as opportunities? What do I need to address? And one of the things that consistently came through loud and clear was our students need something to do. You know, we think a lot about what we do in class. But for a residential institution, our students spend more time outside of class on our campus than they do in the classroom. The purpose is education, and that's why we're here. But there's a lot of education and there's a lot of learning that goes on outside of the classroom. And intramural sports, just the things that you learn from being on a team, is a tremendous part of the development of the total student. So Mark and Bethany, this is another piece. You're growing. You add things all the time, and not only do our students enjoy those, I hope the staff will come out and have lunch here. This is a wonderful place, and I hope our community will participate. So let it be known that as you come to the walking track, you see the things that we're adding. Hines is growing, Hines is healthy, Hines is thriving and surviving, and obviously it took a village, a community, a college village to make this happen. And I'm looking forward personally to enjoying it, and I want to see this place used, and I can't wait, Mark, and all of your cooperation skills to see what you get done next. Thank you for being here.
All right. Well, I think I have my challenge, Bethany. Next Friday, we got to get something bigger and better.
We got it.
All right. Beach volleyball does start next week. We brought some rosters out here for anybody that is interested in forming a team or being on a team. We have a whole stack of rosters. If they haven't been turned in yet, if they're not on a team, we'll take those. One more thing I'd like to tell you about is actually these facilities are available to rent, Dr. Hamilton, if you're interested in doing so. One of the first things I talked to Dr. Hughes about was when we were going to do this was if we could open it up to the public. We want the community. We would like Raymond to be able to come and do things. We'd like other people to be able to come and use us on a Saturday evening or a Sunday night or something to come play volleyball. Because you may not have noticed, but there are actually lights on our volleyball court. So we can actually play at night. We can turn the lights on. It can be midnight. We're out here playing volleyball. I'm not going to be, but other people can. But you can rent a facility. We're working on a form for that. We'll get that out hopefully next week or so for that. Bethany wanted me to make sure to mention that there is a prize in one of the blue chairs. That is more for our faculty staff, so not students. So faculty staff, if you're sitting in a blue chair, make sure you check under your blue chair because you may win a prize. And yeah, there you go. Only 2 people going for it there. And this is my boss, Jackie Granberry.
Hey, as the person who signs Mark Stepney's time sheet, I want all of you to help me join in thanking Mark for his vision, for his dedication, for everything, and not just making this happen, but everything he's done. So Mark, we all say thank you to you. So take a bow, buddy. And the reason I said I signed his time sheet is because he doesn't know what it means to put in an 8-hour day. And I know that for a fact because his wife has to come out here to see him. So Roxanne, we appreciate you being so understanding and having to come see Mark at Hines instead of him going home. So thank you, Roxanne. And then Mark's already mentioned Bethany, but I want to mention her again as well. Bethany has been the perfect piece to this puzzle. As Mark said, to keep him down. I don't know that that's the case, but she's the memory for Mark. You ever notice Mark goes and Bethany's right behind him, writing everything down. So I just want to say on behalf of everybody how much that I appreciate what Mark has done. I know he didn't do it by himself, but he sure had the vision and made it happen. So thank you, Mark, and thank all of you for being here.
That concludes our program, but what we would like to do is we would actually like to cut a ribbon right up here. So if I can get everybody that would like to be a part of the picture for opening up and what's the word? Dedicating the pavilion and the beach volleyball court, we're just going to kind of line on this natural stage right here, this grass raised area. If y'all want to just come up, stand, we're going to move the podium out of the way. We're going to hold a ribbon and we're going to cut it. So if you're interested in being in the picture, we would love for you to come up and be a part of it.
No, don't video. I'm not ready.
Y'all come on. Y'all come on. I get it. Gary, Doug, come on.
Who's gonna do this? No, it's fine.
Go all the way up. I'm not going to be able to do
Okay, I'm not. Yeah, just that like you are. Who are we looking at? Hey, oh look, right here.
Let's do a picture. April, you tell us when you're finished with the picture.
Okay. I'm finished.
Everybody else got
Everybody
pictures?
else? You got some?
All right, now do a pretend cut.
How do you do that?
Action shot. Like you're really gonna cut it. Yeah. Okay. Like you're just about to cut it. Now take a picture. All right, real cut. Ready? Real cut.